Hey all, it's Nerdydollgirl again here with part 3 of the 200 questions video. I'll just let you guys know that I try really hard to just read the question as it's popping up or a little bit before I start the video. I just like doing it that way. I like to kind of answer like right off the hop. That doesn't necessarily always help because then sometimes I stumble with my questions, with my answers, I mean. But I don't, that's what I do. Although afterwards, quite often, I will be like, oh man, I should have said that. Or, oh man, I thought of that and I didn't say it, you know? So, but anyways, I will try and just have fun and do my best. So, question number 21. What takes up too much of your time? My answer is worry. As you guys probably know, I talk about it all the time. I worry. It's quite annoying. I'm sure for other people around me, and definitely for me, if there's something that I can worry about, I will worry. If I hear something horrible, I worry about the people I love, about myself, about my, like it's just, it's not good. And then if I'm like, say if I'm with somebody and we have a good time, but then afterwards I'm like, oh man, did I say something bad? Or if I go on any like long car ride or a plane ride or anything, I just freak out. I'm a big worrier. So that takes up a ton of my time, and I almost talk about it for a minute and a half. So a lot of time wasted. Number 22. What do you wish you knew more about? I wish I knew more about kids and teenagers. Oh my, the teenagers. It would be nice to understand all of that, kind of for your own understanding and your own peace of mind as a parent, to understand what exactly is going on and how you can help them. My kids have challenges that are really hard, and trying to be able to help them and navigate this parenthood with kids that have these concerns and stuff. It's so hard, and just being able to know what I'm supposed to do or how to help them would be awesome. I wish I knew more about history. I love history. I find it's so fascinating, and it's so important for us to learn from our past, just being able to see all of those different time periods in our head, like thinking about what it must have been like back then, like that's just super interesting to me. So I definitely like to learn more about that. And I would really like to learn and know a lot more about, different countries and cultures and stuff like that, because I find that fascinating too. I like to know, I have never been like very good at school. I'm more artistic and into stuff like that. So just having knowledge about stuff makes me feel good, if that makes sense, because I don't have the school knowledge that I wish I had. So having this knowledge would be amazing. Number 23. What's the best way to start the day? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. No, I do not like coffee, so that would not be it. The best way to start the day would be to get to sleep in, to be woken up by the people like that you love with hugs and kisses, have breakfast all made for you while you're in Mexico. That sounds like a perfect Mexico or Disney World. Disney World would be amazing. You could go to one of the character breakfasts. I love the character breakfast. I was very fortunate to be able to take my kids to Disney World a number of years ago, 5 years ago maybe, something like that. And the character breakfast was awesome. So yes, waking up in Disney World, having your buffet breakfast with your family, that would be awesome. Number 24. What mystery do you wish you knew the answer to? I'm really like weird because I would like to know the answer to, you know, where do we go after this? I know that, you know, people don't necessarily want to know and you're not necessarily supposed to know. But like, it goes along with the worry thing. Like, I want to know exactly what happens after because it just freaks me out. Man, I'm serious. What other mysteries do I wish I knew the answers to? People say life. Mysteries of how to be successful at I don't know. This question's too hard for me. I feel like the Mystery Machine people. The Mystery Machine people. I'm tired. Scooby-Doo and the Gang. I should know this. It's my favorite, like my son's favorite show. Yeah, I don't know. Number 25. How different was your life 1 year ago? Well, there was no coronavirus. 1 sec. Are you okay? You okay? Okay. Sorry. Just heard a big crash. So, how was my life different a year ago? Well, my husband was in his last year of teacher's college. My daughter was going into grade 9, or was in grade 8 at this time, I guess a year ago. Yeah, still in school in grade 8. My son was in a good class, not so much this year. I think that was last year was when Tammy and I went to Savannah, I think, around this time. So yeah, I think that's what it was going on last year. Man, they're expecting us to remember these things. Number 26. What's the best single day on the calendar? Man, how are you supposed to answer these questions? Because my kids' births and my husband's, birthday are so important to me. I like having a birthday. Oh man, that's really hard to answer. The best day. When you win the lottery that day. What is the best single day on the calendar? Maybe when it turns into summer, because that's pretty awesome. I don't know. This is a weird question. Or my family's birthdays. I will go with that. I do love Christmas and I do love Halloween. Those are awesome holidays. But yeah, like a single day of the calendar year, I can't think of one. I also like my husband and I's anniversary, which is the 22nd of August. So, yay! Number 27. What are some things that you've had to unlearn? Again, my answers are so like dramatic. I'm not trying to be a dramatic person. But I've had to unlearn, like the negative thoughts that I've had, the negative, views that I have on myself. I've had to unlearn them. I've had to unlearn, the bad record player that would play in my head, about that. And I had to unlearn to be so, quick to anger and quick to assume that they were blaming me, because of my upbringing. That's just how I reacted to things. So I definitely think that I've unlearned that. I mean, every day you still have to learn new things, but I feel like I've unlearned a lot of it. So, number 28. What's your favorite genre of book or movie? I love stories of people. I love comedies. I love historical dramas. I love reality shows. I love that sort of stuff. For books, it's some of my favorite books are the ones that are literally just a fun little story where you're in the lives of somebody else. I read The Red Hat Society, I believe it was called, and almost all the other books, if not all the books by Hayward Smith. I love her books. It's like being in a little southern town and the lives of these women and their friendship and everything like that. Those are the kind of books that I really love. They're my favorite kind. It's really hard to find those kind of books. I just like following a person's story, but there has to be like joy in it and, fun stuff too. It can't just be serious. I need that balance. So yeah, I think that would have to be my favorite genre, which I'm not sure what that would be called. I also like when they have when there's ghost stories too, but they have to be like a story. They can't be a true events kind of thing. I want it to be a made up story because I find those a lot more interesting and hopefully less graphic and gory. Like those are the kind I like, not the really graphic and gory ones. So I find like books, it's so hard to find exactly what I'm looking for. So I really have to try different authors and stuff, which I think that's good. So yeah, I'm just an eclectic person. Number 29. What's the farthest you've been from home? And that would definitely have to be California. It's about 7.5 hours away from where I live, or from Toronto actually, which is about 2 hours away from us, almost, not quite. So about 7.5 hours. No, that'd be longer with being it. So 9 hours from home. So yeah, that was like one of the most amazing adventures of my life. So definitely worth it. And I would totally do it again. But yeah, that's definitely the farthest I've been. Number 30. What TV or YouTube channel doesn't exist but really should? For YouTube channels, that is really hard. I love tattoo ones. I love, what else do I love? There's so many ones that I love, but there's not enough episodes or videos by the people. But for a TV show, I loved Timeless so much, and I was so frustrated that it got canceled, and the way that it ended, I mean, it made sense, but I was just mad. I was mad that it was over. I mean, that was literally the kind of TV show that I have been looking for. It's serious, yet has, you know, funny moments. It's not really funny, but the time travel and how realistic it was, and it was just such an amazing show. I wish that was still on. Going back to, another show, I can't remember what it was called, but it was kind of like Jurassic Park. They went to this place that had dinosaurs and stuff, and that was really good. Can't remember what show it was, but it had one season. And I'm like, the kind of stuff I love, they don't have, and I don't know why. I don't know, like, those are the kind of shows that I love. Back to the Future, a show with that would be cool. Like, I love the time travel stuff, guys. And Doctor Who was good, but it doesn't really have the time travel stuff anymore. At least the last time that I watched it, it's different. It's not the same. But yeah, for YouTube channels, if I knew, I would tell you guys. I really would. You know, I'd want to do it too, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But thank you guys for watching the third episode of this 200 questions. I definitely hope that you guys do it too. If you have any comments or questions or whatever you want down below, then that'd be great. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.